An accused murderer taking the stand for the second day in a Georgia courtroom, trying to convince a jury that he acted in self-defense when he shot and killed Ahmaud Arbery. This time, the defendant faced not his own attorney, but the prosecutor, who did all she could to use his own words, actions, and crime scene video against him. It was a meticulous grilling of Travis McMichael. He's one of 3 white men accused of chasing down and murdering Arbery, a black man who'd been out jogging in their South Georgia neighborhood. McMichael testified that he, his father, and a neighbor pursued Arbery in their pickup trucks as he ran down the street. They contend they thought he might have had something to do with a recent string of burglaries in their community. McMichael says Arbery refused to stop and talk with them and didn't say anything at all. When McMichael got out of the truck with a shotgun, he claims Arbery attacked him and forced him to make a split-second decision, life or death decision, to shoot. Under cross-examination, McMichael acknowledged that Arbery did not threaten him or pull any weapon during the 5-minute chase.
Didn't threaten you in any way?
No.
Didn't verbally threaten you?
Not
like
verbally.
Yell at you?
Not verbally, no.
Didn't swear at you?
Didn't swear.
Didn't say anything?
Did not.
Didn't pull out a gun?
He did not pull out a gun.
You could have just continued to drive behind Mr. Arbery and not even speak to him or confront him at all. Isn't that true?
I could have, yes.
The prosecution also tried to poke holes in the defense's argument that the McMichaels and their neighbor were trying to make a legal citizen's arrest.
You never told the police that you said to Mr. Arbery, "You're under arrest," correct?
I did not.
Okay. In fact, you never did tell Mr. Arbery, "You're under arrest for the crime of fill in the blank."
I didn't have time. I was still trying to get him to stop.
Well, the defense has now rested its case, and the jury is set to come back on Monday for closing arguments. David Henderson, now civil rights attorney, CNBC contributor. David, Travis McMichael admitted Arbery did not threaten him, but he's been claiming self-defense.
That's right, Shep. And so really, in terms of what happened in the trial today, the McMichaels didn't expect to be able to convince the jury of their argument regarding self-defense. They just had to raise enough evidence about it to get an instruction to be sent to the jury so they can argue it during closing argument. I think today's testimony went as well as it could for the McMichaels, which is not to say that it went well. The prosecution punched a ton of holes in their argument, but it prevented the other defendants from having to take the stand in this case.
Looking ahead to Monday, how do you expect both sides to handle closing?
I think they're going to handle closing arguments largely as we would anticipate based on everything else that's happened in the case so far. The prosecution is essentially going to establish that, look, they chased Ahmaud down, they did it without having any justification, and they committed murder and aggravated assault and false imprisonment. And they have a very strong case there. What the defense is going to do is try to appeal to that one juror who thinks, you know what, I think he had it coming. And as terrible as that sounds, when the story first broke, many people in the community were saying unspeakable things like that.
David Henderson, thank you.